So I've pushed ahead with the build. I've got 3 of the SmartSocket boards completed and tubes put in. And they're currently being driven by the animate mode over here on the test calculator. That's just cycling from character 65 to 97. I've enabled an effect and a speed for the effect, and you can kind of see it on the tubes here once it comes around and cycles again. Where it does that fade between the characters. I've got the 3 high voltage modules just plugged into one of my prototyping stations here. Excuse the mess, I'm bringing power from the Rigol supply, 12 volts to the switching modules to generate the 170, and of course 5 volts to power the SmartSocket boards. I've had some issues with the boards not coming up. The first 2 boards thinking they're both board 1. There was a note on the website about issues around the M-Clear pin. It's floating and probably needs to be tied to a rail. I'll have to go back and find the notes. That may be my issue, where the boards just aren't initializing correctly. I discovered if I have the high voltage up and then drop the 5 volts onto the board, they seem to initialize okay. If the high voltage is off, when I turn the 5 volts on, they don't seem to initialize correctly. So I suspect it's an issue around the M-Clear. This is just kind of a rat's nest of wiring here. As you can see, getting power to the prototyping board, bringing the 5 volts and the 170 out through kind of a rat's nest of wiring. I will get a cleaner harness made, but really the next step for me now is to get the other 6 SmartSocket boards built and get all 6 tubes lit up. I will hold the camera here near the tubes. I don't know if you could hear the little zip, zip, zip noise from the animation. That kind of disturbs me, that I can actually hear the filaments being activated and deactivated as it fades between them. That to me says if the filament's vibrating, it's creating mechanical stress and it affects the life of the tube. So I don't know that I would use these fades at this point, just because it really disturbs me to be taking a very expensive tube and making the cathodes in it vibrate enough that I can physically hear them. Anyhow, I'll stop this bit of video from here and come back when I have more news.